Hello, everybody. Sorry, I am a little tired this morning, but I wanted to do a quick Periscope about how to get signed up for EdCamp Global. This is specifically for facilitators because I've had a bunch of people after I passed the scope message me and ask me, how do I get signed up? And a lot of people are interested on Twitter. So I thought I would do this Periscope and then I can save it and share it out later. Save myself some time. So, the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is how to actually sign up from the website. And then I'm going to show you some resources that you can also jump on as well, so that it will give you more information and some other things. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and show you the website. Sorry, my dog is wanting to join me this morning. So again, this is what I was showing whenever I first started the broadcast. Sorry, the lighting is a little bad. There we go. So this is the website. It's www.edcampglobal.wix.com/edcamp. Underneath it, I just have a shortened link in case that's easier for you. So there's that, and then my computer screen went off. Awesome. So, okay. Dylan, you're going to have to wait, bud. All right, so when I go to the website, sorry, guys. At the top, you're going to see some different tabs. You're going to see a bunch of different ones, but I want you guys to click on facilitators. If I can get my mouse there. Okay, now at the very top is a video. And the reason it says how to sign up your class is because we use that video during our EdCamp Global classrooms, which was in January. But that still gives you good information on how to sign up. So if you need to go back and look at that as a resource, then you can. But at the bottom of this top section, it gives you a couple of important things. So it gives you an email. If you have any questions at all, you can contact me, but you can also use our EdCamp Global email, which is edcampglobal@gmail.com. And there's a big group of people that are, always checking in on there. So we'll get back to you as soon as we can. At the bottom, though, it says fill out this form. So we're going to go there in just a second so that I can show you what your next step would be. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down just to show you. Down at the bottom is a checklist. So once you do actually sign up to facilitate, there's a checklist down there that you would want to go through to make sure that you have everything prepared for the actual event, which I will explain in a few minutes. But then there's also some other resources down here at the bottom to check out, just to make sure that you're ready and comfortable with what you're going to be doing, and that you've got all your links working and things like that. So to sign up in general, you're just going to click on fill out this form, and then I think I already have it open, and then it's going to take you to this page. So then you would fill it out with your information. Now this is something I wanted to talk about. So you can really use any platform that you feel comfortable with, but the ones that we've typically seen used of the past year and a half or so were Periscope, Twitter chats, Blabs, Google Hangouts on Air. The only reason we say Google Hangout on Air is because that's going to allow you to actually save it. It saves as a copy on YouTube, and then other people can go back and resource or access the resource later. If you're just doing a Google Hangout, then it's going to be live when you're doing it, and then it's over. So Google Hangouts on Air are more beneficial, I guess, for the event. And then you can also do Voxer or Appear.in, or if there's another tool that we might not know about yet, and you want to try it out, then you can just type it in where it says Other. Okay, next we're going to need the title of your session and a short description, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. And then at the bottom, we kind of want to know what some of the topics are that you would be interested in facilitating. We kind of like to keep track of, we honestly said, please just let me know what you need and then I'll do it. But I told him, this is all about you. Like, we at EdCamp Global, we want you guys to feel comfortable presenting on anything that you want to that's applicable to education, what you're doing with teachers, what you're doing in your classroom. So you can do whatever you want to for your session. And you can also use whatever platform you want. We're not limiting it or giving you, I mean, we'll give you guidance if you have questions, but we're not really saying you need to do this or this or this. So it's totally up to you. You know, it's just a good time for you guys to share what you're doing, or even some of the ideas that you might have for next year. If you want to have like a discussion about, well, this is something I want to do in my classroom, you know, can you guys give me some advice on how you've done it before or what it looks like for you? So these sessions can really be anything you want them to. It can be a time to showcase what you've done. It can be a time to get new ideas. I mean, really anything you want. Now, I also mentioned before something about, you know, the fact that this isn't for classrooms because we did Google Classrooms before. I mean, sorry, EdCamp Global Classrooms before. But here, good morning. Here we are, what am I saying? Sorry. So this is for teachers, but it's also for classrooms. So like right now in the United States where we are, we're out of school. But I know some of my friends in Canada, they mentioned to me yesterday that they have school till June 30th. So they're going to be with, you know, students a lot longer than we are. And depending on where you are around the world, you might be with kids during this time. So if you want to do a session with your classroom or with kids, you know, if you're at a summer camp and you want to do a session on something you're doing with these kids at like a tech camp or anything, you can do whatever you want to. Like I said, it's not just for teachers. It's whatever you want it to be. I know last year, whenever we did EdCamp Global, we had like classrooms, I want to say in like India or somewhere, that jumped on and were sharing things. So it was really cool. And I actually really like the fact that there are a mix of teachers and then teachers with students and then teachers at, you know, in their actual classrooms. So it keeps it interesting for us who are staying up the full 24 hours. We get to see lots of different things. So I just wanted to let you know that. And now I'm going to go back to the sign-in form or for a couple more seconds. And my dog is driving me crazy. He wants all the love this morning during this Periscope session. All right, so then at the bottom, this is the most important thing that you're going to need to share with us is the link to your session or your Twitter hashtag or your Voxer or Periscope handle. That's going to be huge because if you do not send us a link or some way to connect with your session, for instance, your Twitter hashtag, then we're not going to be able to find it to add it to the schedule. So that's one of the biggest things that we have a difficult time getting and then putting on the schedule so that people can actually connect with you. So make sure that you get the link or give us your hashtags or your handles or whatever. And we will be reminding you guys this a little bit later on, closer to the event. So don't panic if you forget it or something like that. Or again, you can also email us and say, hey, I forgot to send the link. Here it is. We get those all the time. So that's basically the form for signing up. And then once you sign up, you're going to get an email. Matthew Linchek has been sending them out lately, but hopefully I'll be able to jump on that as well. But you're going to get an email from us saying, congratulations, your session has been approved or been accepted. And then we'll give you a little bit of follow-up information so you know what to do next, like over the next month or so until the event. It'll give you contact information for us and just some things to make sure that you've done in preparation. But it's really not a lot. It's just we want you to feel comfortable with your session and make sure that you have everything prepared that you might need beforehand. So that's about it. I know in previous times I've presented, which this was in person, so it's a little different, but we've had to fill out forms and do this and that. We don't have any of that. We just want you guys to be prepared is basically it. So aside from just signing up, there's more than that. Then I'm going to go back to my Google Slides here. Okay, so we have two communities, which I'm really pushing this time around because we had these created last year that I shared out, but we didn't really use them as much, but we're really trying to utilize them aside from email as our main form of communication with facilitators and participants as well if you guys want to join in. So I'm going to hold this here for just a second. This is our facilitator community. If you guys want to write that down, it's goo.gl. And then this is actually, yay, someone took a picture. This is actually case sensitive, so where there's a capital Z, you would need to use that. But it's DY5, F, capital Z3. And what I want you guys to do, and then there's also one for participants, which I'll hold here for just a second as well. And thank you guys for sharing this and retweeting and all that. We want to get the word out. So everything that you guys are doing for me, sharing it out, is really helping. Okay, and this is our participant community. Really cool because you'll be able to see the time of the sessions that are going on in your own time zone, which is a huge, huge thing for us. And then from there, on the link to her Google Hangout on Air, and then we can click on this link as well so that you can, see the resource that she's going to be using. So the reason that this is also really cool is because you can go back, as you saw, as you saw on the actual schedule, you can go through, and again, this is just more for participation purposes, but you can copy these things to your calendar. So if there's things that you really want to access or go to, and you're not going to be able to sit here and look at the schedule all day, you can look through it beforehand and then just copy it to your calendar so it will give you that notification. But as a actual facilitator during these sessions, you guys are going to have access to be able to go to, so if we look at this one, let's see if I can get back to it. Okay, hold on, sorry. So I know this one's running a little bit long, but I think that this is going to be really beneficial for you guys to be able to go back and rewatch. And then just, like I said before, ask questions once you have watched it. So hopefully this will help you out a little. So when I look at this session, I can see that there are two people that are guests on here. So Laura as well as EdCamp Global. And what that means is Jamie or EdCamp Global is actually creating this, but she's giving each of the facilitators the access to it as well, which is going to allow you as a presenter to be able to go back into your own session. So let's say that Laura wants to change her time. Since she is also on there as a guest and she has access to it, she's going to be able to go in here and change her own time, which is a huge thing, because in emails like, I need to change my time, I need to change this. Now you have the access to do that on this Google Calendar, whatever it's called. So that's just the last thing I wanted to show you guys, and that one's really, really important that you know that that's available to you. So I think that's about it. We've gone over how to sign up as a facilitator, what are some of your platforms that you can use, and then just basically the rundown of what the schedule will look like and things like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get off. But as you guys are rewatching this, you can always contact me. You can, I'm almost done with this, but I'm going to Vox you after this. Okay, so you can always go to this facilitator community and connect with us that way. You can also email me, or you can contact us on Twitter. So I'm at _Cassie, or at EdCamp Global. And then again, that is the link to the website and the shortened link to the website. So let us know if you have any questions, and we are excited to connect with you in July. We are going to be doing a Google Hangout with all of the facilitators coming up just before the event. Matthew Linchek and I will be doing one with you on July 22nd, so like the week before. So I'll be sending out the dates and the time and all that stuff soon, but that's just a heads up. If you guys can join us, that'll be a great place to ask questions and get some last minute details. So before my dog comes through the door, I'm gonna go, but I hope this helped you guys out, and rewatch it as many times as you need to. So all right, talk to you later.